Welcome back to D.O.T. University. I'm Ryan, the D.O.T. guy. Today I'm bringing you a really quick video on a pro tip, something that everybody should know that needs to do fleet identification, and that's going to be helping to decode your VIN to determine what your gross vehicle weight ratings are. Now, typically we can get those gross vehicle weight ratings, like I've talked about in my previous videos, by going out, looking at that VIN plate and jotting down the exact number that's out there and that's listed on the door. But sometimes that's not an option. So the vehicles are sometimes hundreds of miles away, or you've sent out requests to try to get that information. Well, this is something that we used to use back when I was a state trooper doing audits, on companies, is we would use the VIN Decoder to help, gauge where that vehicle was. Well, the VIN Decoder is now available online. It has been for some time. Not a lot of people know it's there, but I want to introduce this to you so that you can use it to help identify, what those gross vehicle weight ratings are for your vehicles. And, that'll help you for CDL determination. That'll help you determining, if your fleet is in fact a commercial motor vehicle. Knowing that gross vehicle weight rating is absolutely essential. So let's go ahead and take a look at this. So the VIN Decoder page looks a little bit like this. I did include the link on here, which I will include in the description below to check that out. So make sure you bookmark that site. This is a really exceptional tool for you to use. So how this VIN Decoder works is once you get the page opened up, you go ahead and enter in your VIN number, all 17 digits, into the enter VIN field. You do have the option to put the year in there. I never really have, usually just by entering in the VIN, I don't have any problems with it. So, and then once you hit submit on that, as long as the VIN does conform to that standard, it'll pull up some vehicle information for you. And sometimes on gross vehicle weight ratings, it'll just give you a range. Now, the reason that it just gives you a range is going to be strictly because the vehicle, its chassis can be configured for different setups. So that's why it's going to give you the range. So in short notice, you can use that range to figure out where you're at. And then once you're able to get the actual VIN off of the actual VIN plate, once that vehicle comes back in or somebody gets it to you, then you'll be more prepared. So I've gone ahead and I've entered in the VIN. You could see when I was going to type that in, I had a whole bunch of other VINs pop up. I honestly don't know. Those are just VINs that I have run in the past on this. So apparently the website remembers that. So go ahead and hit submit on that. So you can see this truck, I pulled this up, I entered in that VIN number. It does pull up. I'm going to go ahead and zoom in on this information just so everybody can see it here. So it gives you just some real basic information. It talks about, that we got the actual VIN there. It's a 2017 Ram. It's a 5500. It gives us a range on that gross vehicle weight rating from 16,001 to 19,500 pounds. Now, I am familiar with this specific vehicle, and at that 550, its chassis, when I look at the VIN plate, it's marked down as 19,500 pounds. But they, like I said, when you're going through and you're configuring your vehicle and chassis, when you order that, that's when they'll assign the specific actual weight rating that you do have on that. So it's very helpful in coming up with at least your ranges so that you will know what your fleet is. Let's go ahead and take a look at a second one. Okay, looking at this second VIN number that we have on here, I went ahead and I entered in that number and we ran that. And let me zoom in on this information again. Okay, this is going to be a VIN number. It's coming in on a 2016 Kenworth, and it does show that that gross vehicle weight rating here is going to be greater than 55,000 pounds. So, again, looking at that. Now, this one is not one that is as needed because, when they're up there in that truck tractor range, we pretty much know that it's higher than the average, smaller truck, that we're trying to determine for CDL or trying to determine, if in fact it is a commercial motor vehicle. These are the big trucks, the truck tractors, the tandem dump trucks, things like that. Those are obviously going to be commercial motor vehicles. But in a pinch, if you need to come up with a gross vehicle weight rating, again, this is where this is at. It's going to give you a range. Sometimes it's right on the money. Other times it's just within that range. But in this particular truck tractor, we're going to be at least 55,000 pounds on that. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at a couple other situations. Every once in a while, we need to determine this for trailers. Now, here's the deal. When it comes to trailer VIN numbers, they tend to be absolutely 100% all over the place. It's like a lot of times the VIN doesn't conform to what that standard is. Sometimes it will. I've actually had some trailer manufacturers actually pop up. So I do encourage you to try it and see. Let me go ahead and grab a couple trailer VIN numbers and let's see what happens with it. Okay, so I've gone ahead and I've input a trailer number. This is going to be on a Dragon tank trailer. You can see it does pop up. It identifies the vehicle, but it's, of course, not giving us the gross vehicle weight rating on that. And that's, again, because trailers kind of march to the beat of their own drum when it comes to their VIN numbers, and they don't necessarily always put all the information on there. Now, it used to be that none of the VINs would conform at all to the standard to identify them, but a lot of the trailer manufacturers are at least now registering some information in with that VIN, so that's why we are coming up with at least the make and model, which could also be helpful for you, again, in your fleet files and identifications. All right, so let me go ahead and see if I can find us a smaller trailer combination that maybe that 5500 might be pulling, to see if we can come up with an actual configuration on a trailer. Okay, so I did find another trailer. Let's go ahead and take a look. This is supposed to be on a 2012, so we'll see what pops up. You can see when I run it, again, we're just coming up with the Trailer Corporation. All right, so that'll pretty much sum it up on this pro tip. Again, make sure you're checking back to our channels. Give us a subscribe, like, and comment. That's the best way you can support us other than using our compliance services. But we're here for you if you do have any questions, so put them down below. Again, remember, I did include the link below for this. And with that, have a great one, and we will catch you on the next video.